now that I'm retired, I learned my first lesson. And I think it's a real good one. So stick around and I'll let you know what I've learned. I did retire last month. It was a spur of the moment thing. I hadn't given it much thought. And when I did, I just up and retired. The next day I was gone from the job. That is not the lesson, but when you know it's time to go, it's time to go. Why delay? Now, truthfully, I had already retired. I'm a teacher, or was a teacher. I retired at the end of the 2024 year. I decided to go back and work part-time at a school I had taught at previously. And I enjoyed my time there. But when it was time to go, I left right away. So last week, I went down to visit my dad. He lives in an assisted living place on Cape Cod, where I grew up. I wanted to give him the good news. So when I saw him, I said, Dad, I got good news for you. And I let him know I retired. And a few minutes later, I let him know I retired. And a few minutes later, I know I fully retired again. His memory's not too good for short-term things, but he did know that I was a teacher and that I had partially retired. And he was really happy to hear that I retired. And I'd been teaching for 43 plus years, mostly in fourth and fifth grade, and I absolutely loved it, and I was good at it. I enjoyed my time teaching. After I retired, I went back to a Title I school that I had previously taught at for 21 years to lend a helping hand and to work with younger kids, grade K through 4. And I really enjoyed the kids, but the stress was way too much. I wasn't getting the help I needed, and I realized I was not able to this current year even have conversations with teachers at the school. It was just too busy. My schedule was full. I was working too hard. I was overstressed, not sleeping at night, and it was time to go. So I just up and quit and let the principal know that the next day would be tomorrow, my last day of work. I have no regrets. It was time. So I went back to the Cape. I usually talk about running on my YouTube because I'm a runner. Last year, I went down to Cape Cod and ran an 8-mile loop. And along the way, I decided to run by the house I grew up in. And as I went by in front of that house, I looked back at the house, didn't notice some ruts in the road, and tripped, and ended up breaking a bone in my foot, the second bone break in 9 months. I had to spend some time recovering from that. I was getting in shape again, and I went back down to run again last weekend. A redemption run. I was not going to trip. Nothing dramatic, horrible was going to happen this time, and I had an absolutely fantastic run until I got back to my car and noticed my phone was missing. It had been in my jacket pocket I was using as I ran, and it took a couple hours to find it. When I did, it was in the road. This is my phone, completely shattered, unusable, and I had to get a new phone right away. I went to a Walmart, spent a couple hours there getting a phone, having helpers there help me out on it. And the next day, I finally got to visit my dad because that took all day. And after I left my dad's assisted living place, I went out to my car and I had a flat tire. I tried calling AAA, got them. They said it would take a while to get there. I tried calling tire dealerships as late Saturday afternoon, and no one said they could fit me in the time before they closed. Maybe come back, or they'd take my car and fix it on Monday. And that's not good news when it's a Saturday and you're by yourself and the car is your transportation. So fortunately, things worked out when AAA came a lot quicker, and I was very thankful and had a good conversation with the tow truck driver. And I called the car dealership and they decided to fit me in. And the man I talked to at the front desk had great conversations with him. He got the tire fixed. And as my friends were saying online, when I told them my predicament, they said, get out of town. Nothing good is happening to you there. So I got that tire fixed, got all my things together, and I did get out of town and find my way back home up in New Hampshire here. Now, it's a weird story of bad things happening to me, but when I was driving home, I realized I really enjoyed the time I had there on the Cape those 2 days. Number one, it was not because of what happened to me. I did enjoy the run. I did enjoy talking with my dad. But the enjoyment came from the people that I talked with. There were two guys at Walmart that helped me out for a couple hours. One, it was his first week on the job. The other was, fortunately, was the district person in charge of phones. And so they were working together, trying to help me get a new phone, get it set up. And I didn't know any passwords because who remembers their passwords? Couldn't even remember my Apple password to get in. But I had a great time talking with these guys for a couple of hours. And as they were fixing my phone and helping me out, and I sort of enjoyed that time once the phone was done. I wish it never happened, but I did enjoy that time. The tow truck driver, we had a short time together, but we had a great conversation in the car. He had been someone who runs a little bit, and he reminded himself after hearing my story that he needs to get back out and running again. And the tire dealership, the guy there was extremely helpful. We talked a bit. I shared my story. He laughed. I laughed. And I enjoyed all three conversations, all three instances where I had conversations with people. As I was driving home, I said, that wasn't a bad trip at all. I really enjoyed talking with people. And I realized, number one, that's one reason why I quit my job so suddenly, is as much as I really wanted to help out at that school, as much as I love the kids, I didn't feel part of the school community. I really had no one there that I could talk to, share with. It's not the fault of the teachers. They're so overburdened there. I know that's why I went there. The stress level was high amongst the teachers and staff. But when you are showing up at a school, you want to have more than just saying hello to people. And I didn't have that opportunity. And I miss that in life because your job should be a place where you share community with people. So that's one of the reasons why I quit so quickly. I realized that was not a good thing. And talking with these workers, I realized that's the one thing I was missing. And it restored my faith in people because all three, the Walmart, in the tow truck, and at the tire place, I really enjoyed talking and conversing with people and getting to know them and sharing laughs together. And they were patient, they were kind, they were willing to help. And I think part of that is I was not living up to that image of an old guy, of being a grumpy old man. I think sometimes we hit retirement, and I know a lot of my friends say, I'm a grumpy old man now. Some people actually act that out. I wasn't a grumpy old man. I treated people well, and I found out that they treated me well in return. And that was something that sharing, treating people as equals, and being kind and patient, and not angry in how you approach people and talk to people, not demanding of people. If you do those things, in return, you're probably going to get the same back from them, because every single one of those people were willing to help me. They did not get flustered over the amount of time it took. They just responded in kind. And I found community with people in the stores. And believe me, this is after Thanksgiving. There's a Christmas rush going on. People don't have patience. But if you show the type of person you can be to others, they will feel good enough to show their good side too. And as I was driving home, I was just thinking about that. That's the type of world I want to live in. I want to live in a world, particularly now that I'm retired, and I don't know what that means yet. I haven't given it much thought. I know I'm going to enjoy life. My grandkids, my wife, she's going to retire at the beginning of January herself, and we look forward to spending a lot of time together. We've been married 38 years, and we enjoy each other's company to the max, and we enjoy spending time together, and we're looking forward to that. We're also looking forward to be part of community. And sometimes the people you meet can become your community, even if temporary. So I'm not sure what the story is, except to encourage you to treat other people the way you want to be treated. Show kindness. And you might find that you get the same in return and make the world a better place. And I guess because I'm a teacher and I'm a teacher that taught kindness in my classroom, I would love to see our world today, which is so under so much stress. People are working, stressed out, worried about the future, and sometimes their better side doesn't come out. And if we can show them kindness, that's a great thing. We can make the world a better place. So I guess I wish you to be a blessing to others, and that you may be blessed in turn as we enter this Christmas season. And thank you for listening. And I do intend to learn more about retirement when it hits me full on. I assume that's going to take a while. But I would like, if you have a lesson or an encouragement about things that someone should do once they're retired, could you share it in the comments below? Because I'd like to learn from you. I'm just a rookie at the game, but I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.